Hey guys, it's Todd, kettle space worker, writer, entertainer, man about town. More like man about this apartment right now. I get around this apartment. Every corner of this studio, I know it. And the bathroom. Anyway, clearly this pandemic has thrown off kilter our traditional sense of work-life balance. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of that term, work-life balance, because work is so much a part of life. So I think of it more as work, non-work balance. Work, and then whatever it is you do outside of work. Family, friends, hobbies, watching my videos, whatever it is, exercise. So I've spoken with a handful of people about how their work, non-work balances have changed during this time and how they're adjusting. Let's start with Josh Feinberg. Based in New Hampshire, Josh is the president and CEO of a business lending company called Everlasting Capital, which, by the way, always makes me think of this song. Josh is quarantined with his wife, his 11-year-old daughter, 2-year-old son, and 3-month-old puppy. Of course, he said that he's unable to have the same level of concentration that he did while working from the office, but he did say that it has forced him to develop a hyper-focus and an increased speed, all while maintaining quality. And I must say he speaks the truth, since he responded intelligently to my questions in under 20 minutes. Yes, I sleep with a kilt above my head. Josh's experience sounds a lot like someone else I know. In fact, my very own twin brother and best friend, Adam Stone. Adam is a writer like me and a social media expert. Adam is quarantining with his wife, Rachel, and their 3 kids, ages 1, 4, and 6. And he said that prior to the quarantine, all 3 kids were looked after from the hours of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., either in school or daycare. Now, with that stuff closed, the parents alternate in 4-hour shifts, 2 of them, such that each parent has just 4 hours during the day to do work. So like Josh, Adam has to be as efficient as possible in those 4 hours. And that's on top of 2 hours chatting with me. Not quite. Do the kids drive him crazy sometimes? Yes. But he also said he really enjoys spending more time with them. Okay, enough with the families. Let's get to the hardcore loners. No, I'm kidding. That would very much include me. And I do not feel lonely. I have a number of stuffed animals. And I've been dating like crazy. I'm dating like 4 people right now. So next up is Avi Steinbach. He's a creative director at an advertising agency in Brooklyn, and he actually said that nothing has changed for him. But it turned out he was kidding. Avi actually switched jobs during the quarantine, which is quite impressive, and something he says he's very grateful for. As a writer, Avi said that he really appreciates the quiet and the space to just think and write. But at the same time, he acknowledged that he really kind of misses those interruptions and the face-to-face gatherings around the water cooler and the seltzer maker. I don't like seltzer, but that's just me. Avi said that working from home means creating his own schedule, so he can take an afternoon walk or go to the grocery store as long as he gets his work done. Now, I can also take an afternoon walk or go to the grocery store, and I don't even have to get my work done, because I'm unemployed. But I'm fine. Let's not get too serious. Later, I spoke with Kareth Foster, diversity engagement specialist, public speaker, and communication expert, and author of You Can Be Perfect or You Can Be Happy. Kareth actually encouraged all of us to allow ourselves to get a little serious, specifically to allow ourselves to grieve. Whether in the worst case we've lost a loved one or a job, our sense of security, or simply our sense of structure. Kareth said that we have all lost something to this virus, and that it's okay to mourn. Kareth is quarantining with her husband and their 2 small children in Texas. When I mentioned work-life balance, she said that work-life juggle sounded more realistic to her. She also said I was cute. No, she didn't. She said that one thing for sure is that this whole experience has been very challenging, just like it has been for all of us. And she said that she's not going to beat herself up if some days don't seem to have the right balance. In fact, she said some days she has to devote herself almost entirely to homeschooling her kids, while other days are more focused on work so she could pay bills. and oftentimes that means staying up until 3:30 in the morning.
It's 3:30.
Finally, I spoke to Anthony Drew, who is a speech-language pathologist, a professor of speech pathology, and a comedian. I've never met a comedian. Anthony said that he used to do a lot of work from home before the quarantine, but that it's far more difficult now because he used to be able to break up the day with a visit to the gym or to a coffee shop or even going to the office. Now he says it's either feast or famine, where some days he'll work 10 hours straight and other days he'll answer only essential emails. As far as breaking up the day between work and non-work, he says that after he's finished working, he'll go for a long walk. And when the weekend comes along, he will literally take his work belongings and put it in a closet.